All right, hello everyone. It is show number 33, and it is July the 5th, and we are here back in this national forest because the sun was beaming off of one side of the house, and then the wind was blowing on the other side of the house. So we elected to come back to the Indian Mound Park here in Dauphin Island, Alabama.
Right.
All right, so I'm putting the glasses back on, and we're going to get right into the Wimbledon news from today. Notable matches, notable wins, notable losses, and Carla and I, as we've been discussing for the past 33 videos, that we have a fantasy team, and we kind of battle it out on that fantasy team competition. So we're going to jump right into the women's. We always like to start with the women's because the women's generally get second dibs on highlights, so we like to start with the women's first.
Yeah, definitely. They deserve it.
Yeah, they really do. So the women's is awfully hard to predict. As always, the women's draw today was filled with a lot of interesting losses from some top players, and really brought Carla back into the consideration for winning her first Wimbledon against me in almost a decade of doing, well, at least 6 years. I mean, I've won 5 in a row. We've done it probably 7 or 8 years in a row. There's watchers such as Milo, Backhand Pass, that has done it with me since Montgomery, which is in 2010. It's 2018, so it has to have been 8 years, at least 7 for you.
Right. Well, I'm sorry. Well, it feels good to be winning right now, and I also won on the tennis court too, by the way.
Yeah, so we played the second set today that we played in as many days, 2 days, and again yesterday was a win for her at 6-4. I dropped my first serve, and she held through, and then I held the rest, and it was a 6-4 match. Today was even worse for me. It was a 6-1 defeat, a 1-6 loss. No excuses. I found no openings. I had some opportunities, though.
You did.
I mean, I had my opportunities.
I had him for love, and I dropped my guard a bit.
Yeah, I think it was for love. I think en route to for love, though, I think I had 2 service games at 40-15 that somehow I coughed up. And then I think I had a break point on your serve. I think it was a 15-40 double break point, and somehow I coughed up both of those, and then you held your service game. So I had my opportunities. I'm not saying I didn't have my opportunities and I didn't capitalize on them, but yes, I had a 4-6 loss or a 6-4 loss yesterday and a 1-6 loss today. So I went home and strung a racket differently. I blamed it on the strings, as a lot of us players like to do, and I clipped them and I reduced some tension, got a bigger grip size, and
it's still not going to help him. I don't see it helping you tomorrow.
I mean, I always expect to win. Today was a fluke. Yesterday was a fluke. I played with a little Blade 98 yesterday, loved it. It was an 18 by 20 string pattern, so I didn't have as much spin on it, and I had more flat, harder shots, and I had a 6-4 today. No big deal, but nonetheless, I was a few points away from winning 6-1 instead of losing it 6-1. So don't always look at the set score, because
that's not true. I was up. As a matter of fact, I almost had you 5-love. I was up on my serve, and then
double faulted twice.
Yeah, I don't know what happened in that game. I guess I had some people watching too. That distracted me a bit. It shouldn't have, because I don't mind if people watch.
Disagree totally.
Oh, and I played with a Maresmo 300, that old small head racket, and I could still beat him.
What?
He served hard too, and I passed right. Oh, it was beautiful today.
That's ridiculous. That's not even true.
It is true.
You
don't remember serving hard, and then I smoked it past you, cross court. It was beautiful to watch.
Okay. All right,
with an old racket, almost broken racket.
First of all, that's not just an old racket. That's actually a very nice racket.
But it's almost ready to go by the grommet. It has holes already.
All right. All I'm saying is the 6-4 victory for you yesterday was a simple me dropping my first serve. Otherwise,
today was a total annihilation. Come on, let's be real.
Today was a mere point or two on either side of an opportunity that caused me to have such an abominable set score. But the 6-1, let's be real. You can't keep up this level of play. It's like someone trying to play Federer 3 out of 5 sets and you're unranked. You're the unranked player. I can beat you easily. It's just you cannot keep up this level
Anyways,
of play.
I went like 20 it'll be like 20 out of 2. Like I said, I'm Serena, he's Sharapova.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, we'll have more on that tomorrow because we're gonna settle the score tomorrow once and for all. I've got a something for her. All right. Always a big shout out to viewers. We talked yesterday on the men's side about who were the French players. There was a couple of French players that Carla had mentioned that were in the same time frame as Agassi and Sampras and made it very far in a lot of events.
Yes.
So our research technician, Vlad the Music Box. I'm kidding. We don't have research technicians, but Vlad the Music Box. I think he's in Serbia or from there. He comes up with a lot of really interesting facts. So he dialed us up basically and indicated that the French players we were discussing were Sébastien Grosjean and Arnaud Clement. Both players were top 10 in the world. Sébastien was number 4 in the world and made it to the semis of the Australian Open, the French Open, and Wimbledon. And Arnaud Clement was number 10 in the world and played Agassi in the 2001 Australian Open final and lost.
Well, that's some good knowledge there.
That's what I'm talking about. Great job, Vlad. Love that.
That was good.
Deep stuff. Hey, thank you for that. That's big time for us. Great knowledge, great research, great mental random access memory. Either way, great knowledge, and thank you for the info. All right, so we're gonna jump right into the women's scores. Quick shout out, by the way, to the Thailand boys soccer team that is stuck in this cave. We really hope they get out. We talked about that yesterday. Everybody thoughts there, positive energy for those kids there. And 2, yesterday was an Independence Day for the United States, and I mentioned that we should have a Global Tennis Day. I decided to mention it every day. Every day should be a Global Tennis Day.
Sure.
All right, so let's go Global Tennis Day. We're on day 2 of Global Tennis Day. All right, so women's notable scores, wins, losses from today. Starting out with a big loss for me was Mugaruza, who lost in 3 sets to Van Uytvanck. My women's finalist was Mugaruza, and I had her projected to win the tournament. So that just destroyed me in a way. I'm still hanging in there, but that put Carla back in the driver's seat.
It did. I mean, Mugaruza won that first set pretty tight. She had trouble winning that first set. And then this girl took off. I mean, smoked her. I watched the last few games of the third set. I've never seen such an ugly late forehand in my life, by the way. It was so weird. She would start here and then it'll be all wrist here and then wrist. It was flat.
The Van Uytvanck?
Yes. And Mugaruza just, I mean, I don't know. She didn't look like your typical Mugaruza. I think the crowd took her out of it because the crowd was pumping. I can't even pronounce her name. What?
Yeah, Van Uytvanck or Van Uytvanck. I'm unsure on the pronunciation.
Great for her. Great win for her. This tournament has been the tournament of the unseeded players on both women and men's side. So good for them because it's great to see always new players. You know, you always want to see someone new accomplish something, right?
Exactly.
That's what tennis is about. You can't always see the same people.
Yeah, I mean, it hurt to lose Mugaruza. For me, she had Kvitova winning it, so it kind of evens us up. But I wasn't really kind of that upset Mugaruza lost because it was really nice to see this girl win.
Definitely. I mean, that's what tennis is about. You practice so hard. You dedicate so many hours on the court. You know, your family, I'm sure these players, they travel with some family members. They see them struggle. They're hungry for it. So good win for all these unseeded players. For sure. Good job. And I'm sorry, Mugaruza, you lost. I'm sure we'll see a lot more from you. And I'll bet on you or take you on my team any day. Next match, Ostapenko, the 12 seed, cruised today. No shock. I think we're going to see more from Ostapenko. She looked good. She did look good. I mean, good for her. I mean, after her first round loss at the French Open, she's making up for it at Wimbledon. Maybe she'll get better now in grass. Yeah, she looked good today. Good job, and we'll see you next round. That would be the third round. Another person that we've talked about, Konta. I think we've talked on her, mentioned her a couple of times in the past couple of weeks. Strong player, especially on grass. I thought about taking her as a fantasy team pick. She cruised over the U.S. player Brady today. She did. We didn't show that match. I didn't get to see any coverage of it, but I'm glad for Konta. She's one of the few seeds that haven't been knocked out.
Yeah, Kontaveit can go deep here, much deeper. We had the unseeded player Sasnovich that beat Kvitova, took out the American player Townsend today.
No surprise there. I'm not surprised by that. I think the first set was a little close, and then she got bagel. So
yeah,
ouch.
All right, moving forward. So she had Konta, the last British woman involved in the women's draw, lost today to Cibulkova, who, by the way, I talked about for 2 weeks how she lost her seeding because Serena got the, the honorable seeding placement, and to watch out for Cibulkova. Short little thing, but she took out Konta today convincingly. So good for Cibulkova. I wish I could go back in time and take Cibulkova as my unseeded player to go deep, because Bouchard, my unseeded player, lost today.
You know, when I watched, I actually saw this match. What I saw from Cibulkova was someone that was trying to prove to the Wimbledon committee that she deserved that 25th seeding. She looked angry, and she looked like she wanted to run through she ran through her. I mean, she was on. You could not stop her. Not even the crowd could rally behind Konta. I mean, she was out there to win and to make a point.
Good for Cibulkova. Maybe she needed that. Maybe everything is destiny and everything's designed for a reason. Maybe it was needed for Cibulkova. I think Cibulkova did make a final, I think, of an Australian Open at one point and played Li Na. I think Vlad the Music...
Australian? I think it was the Australian
Yeah,
Open.
I think yes. Vlad the Music Box, again, our research guru, I think pointed this out before. So anyway, good information, Vlad again, and great job, Cibulkova. Maybe you'll have another chance to meet someone besides Li Na and win this tournament. Diatchenko, the young lady that beat Maria Sharapova, took out Kenin, the U.S. player / born in Russian player. So good job, Kenin, to be here. You've done really well. And Diatchenko, hey, great job for you. A good run, and I hope it keeps going for you. She seems to be a very strong player.
I was surprised that she beat Kenin. I expected more from the young Russian-American girl. You know, I didn't expect her to get blown off the court like that.
Yeah.
A little shocked by that. But good, because usually, like I said yesterday, an unseeded player beats a top player, and then they lose the next round. So both of these unseeded players, this one that beat Maria Sharapova and the one that beat Kvitova, are still in the draw.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's a great thing.
Yeah, and generally it goes, one of those type of players beats or upsets someone and they win the next round. But these two prove the continuum wrong, upset, and then continued.
Sorry, I'm looking at the draw. I'm looking at Cibulkova she beat Konta, and now she's got a chance. She's got a chance to make it pretty far in this tournament.
Hey, great job. Keep it up. We had Halep today that had a really tight first set with Zhang, the Chinese player. I think Zhang was up 5-3, and then Halep just started reeling off games and ended up winning the first set 7-5, and then a bagel in the second 6-0. So good job, Halep. I think we can keep...
Yeah, she was just trying to, get used to the grass. It's completely different from clay. I knew that once she came back and it was 5-0, I knew she was going to cruise through that.
All right, so her fantasy team picked Kasatkina, who is, again, a very fine, very tricky player. Cruised today, so good job. Again, she's inching a little bit further up on the totem pole against me this year in Wimbledon. She has Kasatkina, so she's playing a tough tournament.
Yes, I'm glad Kasatkina won. She's going to have a nice match next round.
All right, so the Swiss girl Bencic took out the unseeded but good on grass American player Risk. I was sorry to see Risk lose. Good run, good grass player, but Bencic again is a seasoned Swiss player as well. So I'm not surprised. Either way, a coin tosser. But hey, good luck to both young ladies. We'll see Risk at the U.S. hard court season, and I'm sure we'll see Bencic too.
Well, they went 3 sets. It was a tight second set tiebreaker, and then Risk kind of let go. And, I think it was a pretty easy set after that for Bencic.
Yeah.
Well, good for Bencic, because she's been through some struggles, some injuries, and she's very young still. So.
Yeah, great job. Both girls. We'll see you both of you soon. Bencic in the third round. I mentioned this match not out of utmost importance, but number 15 seed Mertens beat Vickery, a U.S. player today. I think we've seen Mertens' last round. If not good for you, but I think...
Mertens is going to meet Cibulkova now.
Yeah, I think Cibulkova takes that.
She has a great chance.
I think Cibulkova takes that and in straight sets. Suarez Navarro, classic one-handed veteran player, backhand that is, one-handed backhand, Spanish player, moves forward today, cruises into the third round.
She played another Spaniard girl, and she got through it pretty quickly. They didn't even show any coverage of it.
All right, so next on the list, we have the young lady from Taiwan, Tsai, Hsieh, Say. Again, I'm sorry on pronunciations. That took out Aruabarena, yeah, took her out. So good job for the young girl from Taiwan. Hopefully we see a lot more from you. We hear a lot about Taiwan Little League Baseball and Taiwan baseball. So hey, maybe we can see some tennis from Taiwan.
No, she's making a name for her country. That's great, because you don't see that many players or famous players from Taiwan.
Hey, good job. And hey, Aruabarena has had a good grass court run.
Yes, she has.
We've talked about her a lot. Good job. Let's keep that up through the hard court season. Gavrilova, the 26 seed, took out my potential dark horse from the very first episode, from 32 episodes ago. I talked about Stosur being a dark horse for Wimbledon. She went down today.
Well, I mean, Stosur had a good little run, you know, but I mean, I knew she would lose that match. It was going to be a little bit tough for her. I mean, she is a veteran. She's been around for a long time. She's been hanging in there.
Yeah,
she reminds me of Schiavone. You know, they're still playing.
Yeah, I hated to see her lose. She's been a fighter for a long time, and I still think Stosur may even go deep at the U.S. Open. We'll see.
She has a good chance. She likes the U.S. Open.
All right, so the young lady Siniakova that beat Coco Vandeweghe in the first round, we talked about this match on day one, wins again. So we have now the third example of people that have upset a seeded player that generally come into the next match and get slaughtered, have proved that theory wrong, and they have won.
Bravo. Like I said, this has been a Grand Slam of unseeded players. It's great to see it. I mean, some of these names I've never heard of, so it's great to see them going this far.
All right, next match. So we have the 17 seed who's had a great grass court season run, Barty, that takes out Bouchard, my unseeded player. And yes, it hurts to lose a player in the fantasy competition that we have. But Bouchard, you did really well. You came through qualifying, you made the main draw, you won in the first round, and you had a decent match against a great player in the second round. Keep fighting. You're getting better, and you're going to find that 2014 form again. Keep fighting.
I think this was a good tournament for her. You know, she can look forward to the hard court season now and work on that. You know, work towards the U.S. Open. Make it a goal to at least reach the second week of that Grand Slam.
Exactly. Good job. Bouchard, keep it up. Keep it up. After that 2014 year, it was almost like these crickets and locusts chirping, trying to find information about you. It was always just
lost, she should look at it as a positive. You know?
I mean,
and obviously she has the talent to play tennis, so I would concentrate on that instead of the other stuff.
Yeah, good job, Eugenie. Seriously, good job. Really proud of you as a young tennis player. You really have a lot to offer the sport. Keep your head up, and we're going to see you in hard court season. All right, so next match, Osaka, the young Japanese player that we've talked about numerous times, especially how I disliked the crying on the sideline to Serena's previous hitting partner and blah, 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 blah. However, she won today. Good for you. And maybe she's beginning to get that individualism in her and that individual fight in your own head and not looking for help and questions everywhere. Fight here inside the head, and it looks like you're doing that. And doing well. She beat one of the last British girl in this tournament because Konta went down. She beat Bouchard. So that means Osaka took out the last British girl in the tournament. So hey, sorry for Britain. Next year on the women's, we'll see, and good job for Osaka.
Well, Osaka, you know, she played a quick match. She's going to have a real tough test on the next round. She faces Kerber, which is no easy cookie.
Yeah, no easy cookie on that one.
And that'll say a lot. I mean, I know Osaka's won some hard court. I think she won Indian Wells. I'm not sure. But she did well in the beginning of the season. This will be a true test. If she can get through this, then she's ready for Grand Slam, to be a Grand Slam champion.
Yeah, so Osaka plays Kerber next?
Yes.
Okay, now this is good, because the next match I was going to bring up was Kerber, the 11 seed, who she has, I think, on her fantasy team.
I do.
Took out Liu, L-I-U, a U.S. player today, and I think it was a tight 3-setter, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. The American did very well. I've never seen her play before. She's only 19 years old, or 18. Yeah, 18 years old.
And 5'4", little thing. Mm-hmm. Born in California, I think we read. So a Californian really put up a good fight against a really good tennis player in Kerber. Took her 3 sets. Good job, Lou. Really good job.
She definitely made Kerber earn her spot into the next round.
Yeah, and I think this young lady Liu won Junior Wimbledon as well.
She did.
She won Junior Wimbledon, so really good job. Keep it up. Keep it up.
It's good to see a new American. Who knows, what's in the future for her.
Exactly. Keep it up. Great match, and good luck, Kerber. We are big fans of you, and now big fans of Liu as well. So keep up the good work, Kerber, and as well, Liu. Next match, my potential saving grace for my head-to-head competition with Carla on a fantasy team is Strykova. She won today in straight sets. I followed Strykova for a couple of weeks before this tournament. I put my faith in her, and she has delivered thus far. So she wins today in straight sets, so she can be my saving grace here in this tournament. So Strykova can win in the next round. That's big ups for me, and I can get back on track to trying to win my 5th Wimbledon.
Well, I didn't get to see Strykova play, but I guess you were right about her. I mean, she's done well at grass. I guess she loves playing on this surface. I'm not sure who she plays next. Oh, okay. She plays Georgie's next. George's.
Okay, so that's a tough match for her.
That's a toss-up there.
All right, so that's the completed matches for today, wins and losses. It's getting exciting. We're going into the 3rd round, and here are some matches tomorrow. Madison Keys plays an unseeded Russian girl, Rodina, tomorrow. 29-year-old veteran.
I think Keys will get through 2-2 in this match. Great draw for Keys. I mean, this is an opportunity for Keys. All these seeds are falling. Great opportunity for Keys to win her first Grand Slam, and Serena Williams is loving this.
Let's go, Madison Keys. Come on, this is your chance. Let's go. You look good this tournament. You've interviewed well. I think your thought process is well. I think your fitness is well. I think your whole posture and the whole court demeanor that I have seen from her from interviews and on the court, and even changing sides and shaking hands at the net. It looks really good.
She's always friendly.
Looks really good.
Always a pleasant person to watch. She doesn't grunt, and she doesn't have an attitude out there. She tries her best.
Good job, Madison. You're becoming my favorite because, again, my finalist prediction is done, Mugaruza. So I'm going to start pulling for Keys. And Serena, too, obviously. But
yeah.
Okay. All right, next match. Her dark horse for the tournament and her unseeded player and Bethany Maddox-Sands doubles player, Safarova, takes on unseeded Makarova. 2 unseeded players.
This is a great match. I enjoy watching Makarova play. I mean, she's made some runs at Grand Slams, US Open, and Wimbledon. She's made it pretty far. I mean, I like both of them, but obviously I want Safarova to win just because I have her in my draw. This is going to go to 3 sets, I think. Oh, and by the way, Safarova and her partner Sands just got through their first round yesterday.
Yeah.
They barely got through it.
Yeah, and I think we owe some props to that score to my dad.
Yes.
Who sent us a text screenshot of that doubles match. I think we had discussed or inquired about if Maddox-Sands and Safarova had won their first doubles match, and we had the results of that early this morning. So, hey, thanks for the score update. We may have missed it, honestly, but I hope that Makarova wins this match. Not because I could care less if I wasn't competing with her on a league-type competition. So she has Safarova, so I'm hoping Makarova wins.
It's going to be a tough match. Like I said, it's going to go 3 sets, in my opinion.
All right, next match. Siniakova, unseeded player, plays Camila Giorgi, another unseeded player, tomorrow.
I'm going to go for Siniakova because she beat Coco Vandeweghe.
Yeah, I'm going to go with her, too. Giorgi's been around for a while. Siniakova may have been around for a while. I haven't done the complete research there. Maybe Vlad the Music Box can drop some more tennis knowledge on Siniakova. However, I'm going to root for Siniakova here as someone that, hey, I haven't heard too much about, haven't seen too much, less that Vandeweghe match, and hey, let's see more from her.
Well, I've seen her in a few tournaments. After I saw her picture, the curly hair, I remembered her. She upset quite a few people at the US Open last year, so.
All right, next match, we had Wickemeyer the next match coming up is Wickemeyer versus Vekic. And Vekic is Wawrinka's girlfriend. So we've been talking about tennis players on the men's tour that have girlfriends on the women's tour. This is one of them. Vekic will play Wickemeyer. I'm rooting for Wawrinka's girlfriend.
Same here. I'm going to root for Vekic just because Wickemeyer went through, again, I said she got suspended for a little while for some drug ban that she took. I don't remember exactly what it was, but she was suspended, I think. for close to a year.
Who?
Wickmeyer.
Oh, I don't know anything about that, so I'll remain mute on that. I've never heard of that. That's the first. That's the first I've heard of that. So.
Well, when she came out in the beginning, when she came out to the tour, she was a hot player.
Wickmeyer?
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, good luck to both girls, right? We do things in the past that sometimes catch up with us, but
yeah.
I don't know anything about it, but hopefully they both do well.
Well,
right?
I'm going to go for Vekic just because Wawrinka lost, and I'm sure he wants to, see his better half go further.
Yeah, there you go. All right, next match, Venus Williams versus number 20, Bertens. I have Venus on my team, who is another potential saving grace for me to have a chance to beat her, so I'm rooting for Venus.
Well, I'm actually rooting for Venus as well. I mean, I like to see her do well. Her and I think she's 1 year younger than me. Well, she'll be 38, I'll be 39, so I like to see, her keep going further in this tournament.
Yeah, good luck. Go Venus. You've got 5. Let's make it 6. Why not, right? Next match, Julia Georgis against Strykova. We just talked about her results today. I have her on my team. Venus and Strykova are my potential chances to still beat her. If I lose either one of those, I think I'm pretty much done. So, hey, go Strykova.
This match is actually a toss-up, Justin. Any one of those players could win. Georgis is a higher-seeded player, so on paper you expect Georgis to win. But it could go either way.
All right, so next match, a good one, I think. Number 7 seed, Pliskova, Carolina, again, the higher seeded of the two sisters, against the Romanian girl that we've spoken about for 2 weeks, almost daily, Bouchard. I've inquired about if Halep and her have any type of teamwork together. But they play tomorrow, so I think Bouchard has a chance to beat Pliskova, but I still think Pliskova wins, and I still think Pliskova has a chance to make a final here now that Mugaruza is gone, now that Wozniacki is gone, and now that Stevens is gone.
Well, Pliskova, I've heard her name pronounced so many different ways today. I mean, this is an opportunity for her to get to that final again,
Yeah.
I think she got to the U.S. Open final or semifinal. This is her chance. All these seeds are dropping, and her game hasn't really been doing too well. She hasn't been playing like she played last year. So she would be dumb not to take advantage of this.
All right, last notable match for tomorrow. Serena Williams, the number 25 seed, plays Mladenovic. That is TM's girlfriend. Another tennis player with a girlfriend that is on tour and winning at this tournament. So I think Serena destroys TM's girlfriend tomorrow. No importance there. I'm just saying. I think Serena will 3 and 4 just because she's not super fit yet. I think she has a tough match, but I think she wins in straight set.
She'll be tested in this one, but she'll still pull through it. I think she'll win in 2 sets.
Let's go, Serena. All right, so we are at the end, basically, of the women's video. Surprisingly, I'm rushing usually at the end to catch up, and I think we have a couple of minutes. But I'm going to do a quick rundown on where Carla and I sit for our fantasy team head-to-head battle. So she pulled ahead of me today for the first time in a lot of years. I have lost the following women: Mugaruza, Bouchard, Wozniacki, Stevens, and Kvitova. That's 5. I only had 8, so I only have 3 left. I have Venus, Serena, and Strykova. Now, she has Serena as well, so that leaves me with Venus and Strykova as oddballs. She had lost her finalist in Kvitova. Well, I lost my finalist and winner in Mugaruza, so we both have Serena headed to the final. So I need Venus and Strykova to do big things, or I am out on the women's side. You want to say what yours is?
Sure. Here you go. Oh, by the way, this is his
notes. Yeah.
From...
So this is notes that we have taken, and I'm not being showy about our notes, but we had to come to the park to do the video because of the sun on one side and the wind on the other. So I took our entire stack, and this is our notes from the past 4 days. I think we've done this for 2 weeks. The lot of the other ones I throw away as they begin to stack up. But I like to glance back at the past 4 days. So this is the past 4 days of notes. So hey, we do our research, right?
Yes, we do.
And I'm sure Vlad's music box has this much as well.
Sure.
All right, so what did you got?
Well, I've lost so far Konta, Kvitova, Sharapova, and Stevens. I still have Kerber, Kasatkina, Serena, and Safarova, which are great picks. I mean, I think Serena will get through, Kerber will get through, Kasatkina will get through, Safarova, I'm not sure about. And I had Serena and Kvitova in the finals. Kvitova winning, obviously she lost, so now I only have Serena going into the finals. I mean, even I'm not really upset about this, you know, because even if I would love to see any of these players I have make it to the final with Serena.
So she has 3 women left, or she has 4 women left, and I have 3 women left, and we both have Serena going to the final. So she is 1 up on me on the women's side. She's 1 up on the women's side. She takes it a little bit deeper on the men's side after today, but she lost Shapovalov, so that's an interesting equation as well.
I can't believe that.
So we're gonna skip right into the men's, or we're gonna stop here, and we're gonna do our second part as the men's Wimbledon drawing results in the same fashion. So thank you so much for watching. Click like below, subscribe below, and if you make it this far, then hey, you are a tennis fan. And again, we really enjoy doing it, and I hope you enjoy doing it as well. So click a like below, subscribe. It helps us all out. Plus, it helps us, and we see a new subscriber, like, yeah, look at that. You know, so it's pretty fun, and we get a kick out of it. And then we always go back to the 5 kids, right?
Definitely.
All right, so we're going to move on to the men's show, and we will see you momentarily, and I look forward to it.
Right.
And as Carla always says,
Adios.
adios.